YouTube, what's going on? It is Ryan at Wilford Gone Wild, and I'm heading up to Jackman, Maine. I've never been to Jackman before, and it turns out that I have to go do a closing tomorrow for my job, and I had the afternoon open, so I'm just gonna skip out of town today and camp out somewhere along the Appalachian Trail, most likely, and then I'll be positioned closer to Jackman tomorrow. So I'm gonna get a night out to camp in the woods. I brought my fishing rod with me. I might try to catch my dinner. If I don't have any luck with that, then I've got some delicious dehydrated meals. So but we will see. We will see what I get into, and maybe even have time for a short hike up a nearby peak or mountain up there. We'll see what we get into. So glad to have you along for the ride. I'm thinking about camping at Pleasant Pond Shelter tonight, and looking at the map, I can get most of the way there by driving up a dirt road. I'm assuming it's a dirt road. And so I might just do some fishing when I get there, because the shelter is really close to the pond. But I'm just really excited to be up here and go someplace new. I mean, I hiked the Appalachian Trail back in 2007, but I don't remember a lot from this section, and I haven't been north of Caratunk before in my life. So this is really exciting to head up to Jackman and finally see it. I've heard some people call it the Switzerland of Maine, whatever that means. Not sure if that's referring to the landscape or the architecture or both, one or the other, I don't know. But we will see. We will see about that. The Kennebec River looks very high. Very high indeed. Wouldn't want to try fording that right now. Alright, so I just turned onto Pleasant Pond Road and gonna drive up here to where the Appalachian Trail crosses, hop on the trail, and hopefully make camp, hopefully near the shelter, and then we'll cast a line out and see if there's any fish. Okay, so Pleasant Pond Road just turned to dirt. Good thing I'm not driving the Tesla up here during mud season. We're finally winding down on that, even though we've gotten tons of rain this spring. But yeah, we should be to the Appalachian Trail crossing, I think within a mile or so. Alright, so I just got to a fork in the road, and this is signage for you in Maine as far as trailhead parking goes. Look at how tiny that sign is up there. You probably can't even read that. To Appalachian Trail, hiker parking area in Pleasant Pond Mountain. You would never see that driving around this corner, but I was expecting it. So alright, so this is where we're going to park the car for the trailhead. Got a little puddle here. You think the Tesla will make it through? Let's try it. Alright, here we go. Oh yeah, no problem. No problem at all. Off-roading in the Tesla, it ain't no thing. Okay, maybe this is still a road, but still, it can drive through little mud puddles. Alright, I just arrived at the trailhead parking. Here's the Appalachian Trail. Not a person in sight. All right, here we go. Going into the woods. Let's go find camp. Well, this is the reality of trail conditions in Maine in the springtime during mud season. They're just saturated, and plus we've had a lot of rain, so this is the story in most parts of the trail. Muddy, wet. Can tell that nobody's been out here in a little while. No fresh footprints, and this part of the trail is not nearly as easily accessible as some of the others, and so therefore you don't really get a lot of daytime traffic out here. I don't even think I walked a quarter of a mile, and I'm already here at Pleasant Pond Lean-To. Let's go down and check it out. Muddy mess. Coming up on the shelter. Okay, here we are. You can see the water right down there. I'm gonna go try and do some fishing soon. Okay. Decided to sleep in the shelter because none of the tent sites look really appealing right now. The ground is really wet, and this is just easier. So, got my sleeping pad out. I've got my 25-degree down sleeping bag. It's only supposed to get into the upper 30s tonight, so I should be fine. And once I get set up here, I'm going to wander down to the water and see what the fishing situation is like. Alright, well, I've got my bed set up for tonight. Comfy cozy. I think before heading down to the water, I'm going to see what the firewood situation is like. There's a little kindling up here to get things started, but I plan to have a fire into the evening, and if I'm lucky enough to catch a fish to cook, I'm going to cook it over the fire. If not, it'll just be some delicious freeze-dried meals made by Mountain House. Time to switch up the setup on the fishing pole here. Alright. Alright, what did I got a couple DB smelts that I bought at Jack's Trading Post back in Farmington. And somewhere in here I've got a couple of swivels. Oh, here's one. Alright, must have come out with the lures. That's a lot better. Oh, here's the bathroom. Pretty nice in here, actually. My goodness. A gallon of hand sanitizer and cleaner. Can't remember the last time I saw this at a shelter. All right. Water's high, very high. No beach right now. I doubt this is good fishing. Just going to be very shallow, maybe, if I... it doesn't look any better down there. I don't think I'm going to catch anything here. This is, you know, normally this is a beach, and so it's pretty shallow going out there. Not very good fishing, and I'm just not going to waste my time. But there's no other areas that are that easily accessible right now without trespassing on somebody's private land, so I'm not going to seek out more fishing opportunities on this trip. But that's why I brought my backup food with me, so we'll just go have some freeze-dried meals and call it a night. Just gonna collect a little bit of firewood. Well, plenty of down material to work with here. You know, I'm really glad that I chose a kind of cooler time to come out here and do this spontaneous overnight, because if it were in the 60s or 70s right now, like right now it's probably in the low 50s. If it were in the 60s or 70s, the black flies and mosquitoes would be just horrendous. It would be unbearable. There's a few buzzing around, but they're not really landing on me. Nothing is biting, really. But I was thinking about that if it had been any warmer, then bug spray would have been a really good thing to have, which I don't have right now. But I knew it was going to be cooler, so that thought did not go into my mind. But thinking about it now, and I'm glad. Yeah, the birch paper has many layers, and the thinner you can peel them, the quicker the flame is going to catch and ignite a fire, obviously. So I like to peel them nice and thin, and not only like lengthwise, but also just peeling them down to their thinner layers. There are a few black flies, but it's not bad. So there's like a stream running through the shelter. And then it comes out runs over the rock staircase and onto the trail. It's coming down the trail, and it's going down the trail. You know, nothing better sums up trail conditions in New England in the springtime. It's a river. Let's get some water for dinner, shall we? Alright, I've got boiling water here. Yep. Forgot my little pot handling thing.
Good morning. Breezy out there. Last night was good. Got probably down into the low 40s, high 30s. I was really warm. I actually slept great. It's one of the best nights I've had sleeping out in the woods, I think, which is surprising. I've slept out in the woods a lot. I really like this sleeping pad. I think I owe thanks to my sleeping pad for that. But yeah, but just another great day out there. Debating what my next moves are gonna be. So, all right. Let's get up and have some coffee and some breakfast. Well, let's head down to the water so we can fill up my pot for some coffee and breakfast. Sausage, biscuits, and gravy for breakfast this morning. Mm-mm. Got this stove that I made years ago out of it's a Vienna sausage can with holes drilled around it, staggered pattern, 2 different sizes. I think it's about 1/4 inch bit and you know, maybe 1/8 of an inch. And then these pieces right here have slots in them that connects together to form the base. And the can sits in there like that. And denatured alcohol. So you gotta let it heat up a little bit at first before you can put the pot on the stand and have it pressurized. And the alcohol will actually start to boil in there and bubble, so at that point, that's when I can tell it's ready. Okay, I can see it's starting to boil now, to bubble. My freeze-dried coffee.
Somebody left this behind here. I'm just gonna pack it out instead of having it just sit and chance that someone might come along and use it. I'm sure someone would, but I might use it too. We'll just get it out of here. Pack in, pack out. I just pulled into Moxie Falls, scenic area. I've never been here before, and there's not a single car in the parking lot, so it looks like I'll have the whole place to myself, at least to start. So let's go check that out. Well, isn't this a nice, easy trail? You can tell herds of people have traveled down this. Yeah, so it's a little chilly out here today. There's a light breeze, and there's no sun really. I mean, it looks a little bright up there, but it's just overcast mostly. So not the greatest, but definitely not the worst either. And the benefit of having the cooler temperatures and the breeze is it keeps the flies down, the black flies. So can't really complain. Not a person around either. I'm the only one out here, and I can tell this is a very popular spot. I've heard of it countless times, so I'm excited to see it. I've only seen pictures of this place, and now I'm gonna go take some pictures and videos of my own. Okay, coming up on some signs here. was great to go here and see this. Gonna head back now. Alright, checked that one off the list. That was awesome. Probably like a half mile in, half mile out or so. Mile plus round trip. Very easy walking. Highly recommend. Well, you just drive and drive and drive, and it's like nothing for the longest time. And then you get to Jackman, this tiny little stretch, one of those stretches that if you blink you could miss it. And here I am rolling into the gas station where they just happen to have some Tesla charging stations. So yeah, as you can see, I'm just charging it up right now. It's just funny to think that I'm in Jackman, Maine, and I'm charging my car at a Tesla charger. You know, like Tesla or not, I think it's a pretty awesome car. And I've had mine for a year now, and even with all the negative talk in the news because of Elon Musk, I just love this car. I don't care. I don't care what anyone thinks. I love it. It's almost like a badge of honor. Just caught a little fish here. A little trout. Yeah, let's try to set this down here. All right. Yeah. Oh man, pretty good. Yeah, probably about 6 or 8 inches right there. Nice. Cool. All right, well that was fun. At least I didn't get skunked. I'll make my way back up to the car. Okay, I'm in my back seat and it's time to change into my work clothes and actually do some work. Okay, I just went over a bridge over the river, and I think I have time to do a little bit more fishing. The fish are not biting. Oh well, still fun.